MLB The Show, where we're featuring the Milwaukee Brewers. Looking to even up the series here against the Reds. Let's hit enter. I'm doing something different here today, just out at the top. Want to make a note of. I did not go in, so what I've been doing is I've been keeping like a book, so I know like what players have done in the game and keep track of runs and all that stuff. Not very effectively, but I'm keeping track of that stuff. Just mostly so I know what the lineups are. But I haven't done that today because I want to see if that changes how the lineups are made. Now, if you follow these broadcasts, you might know that all of the lineups have been the same every time. And I'm wondering if that has something to do with me going in and actually like confirming like the lineup. So I want to see if that changes. If it doesn't, whatever. I know I can prepare. If it does, cool. Maybe this is the new way I can go. And because I've been doing this for a while, I kind of know what those lineups could be anyway. So it wouldn't be that much of a change to try to figure it out. But just thought I would throw that out there at the top of this if you're watching this in an archived mode and watching it all the way from the beginning. So I'm going to hit enter. We'll see if maybe the lineups are a little different. I'll know right away, like I said, because it's a right-hand pitcher and he's only had one lineup put out there. So let's see what happens as we hit enter. Be at Great American Ballpark here. The show theme, broadcast, counts off, cloud cover, partly cloudy. Sounds like a good day for some baseball weather. Let's see what we got here. And they are exactly the same. So, well, a little different on the red side, I guess, with the righty batter up. So I'll just go off of that. Maybe I should have taken a photo or something. Maybe help me be prepared. That's okay, because welcome to MLB The Show. You are looking live at Great American Ballpark as the 7-3 Milwaukee Brewers take on the 6-4 Cincinnati Reds. Cincinnati came back from a 3-0 deficit in the first inning yesterday to claim victory. Got 6 runs in the 8th off of the Brewers bullpen. Brewers looking to avenge that loss coming up next. So Trevor Bauer is going to get his 3rd start of the year for the Reds, acquired from Cleveland last year. It's kind of a strange move by the Reds. They weren't really in contention last year, but they still made a move to get one of the top pitchers that were on the market. He's 0-2 on the season. He's pitched 7 1/3, and he's going to face Lorenzo Cain here to lead off the game. Starts him off with the ball, and we're underway, and we're glad you could join us here for another simmed game on MLB The Show. Cincinnati Reds, as I mentioned, coming into the game 6-4. Don't let the 4th in the Central fool you. They're only 1 game back of the Brewers. They're also tied with the Cardinals and the Cubs at 6-4. Lorenzo Cain takes a ball that looked like it was a little inside, but it's called a strike by the home plate ump, and he's at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's in there for a strike. 1-2. Cool night here in Cincinnati. Wind blowing in from right. Here's the 1-2 from Bauer. And a swing and a miss, and Cain goes on down on strikes to start this one out for the Brewers.
Batting second, the right fielder.
Good off-speed pitch. Got Cain out in front on it. Cain goes down on strikes. He struck out 12 times this year now. That is leading, well, right behind Hira on strikeouts. But very high number of strikeouts. And I'll bring up Christian Yelich. And this is down low, 1-0. Yelich 0 for 3 in last night's game. Did walk twice. Scored a run. Scored in the first inning off the Hira double. Here's the 1-0. Ripped foul. Yelich in a little bit of a slump here. Doesn't have hits in his last 2 games. So looking to bounce back here off of Trevor Bauer, who has struggled early this season. 1-1. That is caught by Freddie Galvis. And that's the second out.
Batting third, the second baseman, Keston Hira.
Oh, and I missed the starting lineups, but it's been the same as it has been all these games. So Christian Yelich, then it's Keston Hira, Avisail Garcia, Ryan Braun, Omar Narvaez, Jed Jerko, Orlando Arcia, and your starting pitcher tonight, Brandon Woodruff. As Hira hits one over to the right side. Easy play, and the last out, as you see Joey Votto not even over at first base here today, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Trevor Bauer. So Brandon Woodruff is going to make his third start of the season. Last pitched on Wednesday, got the win against St. Louis, went 7 innings, struck out 12. Still hasn't given up a run yet this season. He's among the league leaders in strikeouts. Aaron Nola has 23 on the season. Philip Irvin is going to lead off for the Reds here.
Philip Irvin.
That one misses inside, and it's 1-0. Brewers had their 5-game winning streak snapped last night. Kind of a tough one to take. They were up 3-0. They were up 5-4. And then ended up losing 11-5. And there's a fastball that misses. Not sure where that one ended up missing, but it's a called ball, and it's 2-0 quickly on the leadoff man for the Reds. 2-0 pitch, misses outside, so 3-0. And there's a strike, so Woodruff climbing the ladder here, and it's 3-1. Woodruff looking to climb back here against Irvin. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss, full count here. Irvin 2 for 5 yesterday, had the home run that tied it up off of Alex Claudio. There's the full count pitch. That one misses inside, so Brandon Woodruff works his way back to get 2 strikes, but ends up giving up the leadoff walk. That's going to bring up Jesse Winker.
Jesse Winker.
Winker playing center field here tonight. He was 1 for 1, came in a pinch hit situation in the 8th, and the runner's going, fouled away. So looks like the Reds are trying to put some guys in motion here. Try to get off Brandon Woodruff's stride, and that one's in there for a strike, so quickly up 0-2. Earl Hendricks is behind home plate here. Woody Keller over at third. Oh-2 on Winker. Swing and a miss. And there's a strike out for Woodruff, his first of the game.
Batting third, the left fielder, Nick Castellanos.
And now bring up Nick Castellanos. My dog remembers what happened yesterday. Castellanos, and he grounds it over to left side. Jerkel's got it. Going to make the out at second. Make the turn. Not in time. Castellanos is on fielder's choice.
Eugenio Suarez.
And that'll bring up Eugenio Suarez. Has an 8-game hitting streak going. Leading his team in batting average. He's also leading his team. He's also leading the league in walks. And also striking out a lot. 13 strikeouts on the season. Runner at first, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Here's the 1-0, and that misses 2-0. Even some magical framing by Narvaez can't bring that one back. Woodruff's down in the count here. So Woodruff did a really good job. Had a really good pitch count against the Cardinals. Was mowing through guys. But finding himself in some early trouble here, not being able to find that strike zone, and he's down 3-0 with Freddie Galvis on deck. And that one misses, so 4 straight balls. And there's another walk, so 2 walks on the inning for Brandon Woodruff here.
The shortstop, Freddie.
And that's going to bring up Freddie Galvis. And they're at shortstop again tonight. 1 for 2 last night. Did have the sacrifice fly to get the Reds on the board. Takes one upstairs, 1-0. Walked, would score a run. That big 8th inning for the Reds yesterday. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that's a slider that's in there for a strike. So Woodruff evens it up here. Working with a little trouble here early on. Here's the 1-1. Check swing, but the home plate umpire says he went around, and it's 1-2. Welcome those who are just joining us here on the broadcast early on here. Brewers go down in order, and there's a pop-up to center field. Kane's underneath it, and he makes the catch to retire the side. So a couple of walks, they get stranded there, and after one complete, we're still scoreless. So Avisail Garcia steps in there against Bauer here in the 2nd inning. Rips that one foul, heads up there. Hot shot to the crowd. Garcia really starting to come around with his hitting after struggling early in the first week. Takes that one up and in for a ball. 3 for 5 last night, had the 2-run homer in the first. All 3 of his home runs this year have been 2-run shots, so he fouls that one away. So if you're expecting a home run here, he's only going to do it with guys on base. That's his philosophy, and that's what he's going to stick with. The 1-2 to Garcia. Slow roller. Galvis is there. Make the throw over, and there's the first out of the inning. Here's how the Reds line up defensively. Castellanos and Irvin are at the corners of the outfield again tonight. Jesse Winker is in center. Suarez at third again. Galvis at short. Nick Senzel gets the start at second, and Josh Van Meter gets the start at first. And Tucker Barnhart is behind the plate for the Reds. And that one squirts away, but it's a ball, 1-0. Brian Braun steps up to the plate. 1 for 5. Had a double yesterday. He's made all of his starts at first base this season. There's the 1-0, and that one's way out there. Tucker Barnhart doesn't even bother to try catching it. And it's 2-0. Swing, foul tipped, and it's 2-1. Good pitch hit for Braun there on the inner half of the plate, but just misses it, and it's 2-1. Swing and a miss out in front of that cutter. Count is quickly evened up at 2 here. And a little tapper in front of the mound. Bauer's going to barehand it and make the throw over to Van Meter, and there is the out. So 2 out quickly here in the second.
The catcher, Omar Narvaez.
Omar Narvaez stepping up to the plate. He has a 7-game hitting streak going. 2 for 4 in yesterday's game. Takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Narvaez has 6 doubles on the season. Tied for the league lead. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2 here. Oh-2 delivery. Swing and a miss down to chase that outside fastball. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. So another 1-2-3 inning for Trevor Bauer. Head to the bottom of the second. Tucker Barnhart's going to get the start here.
The catcher, Tucker Barnhart.
Came in a pinch hit situation in yesterday's game. Had a RBI single. And he hits one the other way, and that's going to get into the corner. Shift was on, and it's going to be a while before Garcia gets to that one, and Tucker Barnhart's going to lead off this second with a double. So first hit given up by Woodruff. Barnhart beats the shift. He gets his first double of the season. As you look at how the defense is positioned, no one even remotely close to that one. A good pitch by Woodruff. Little jam shot that just squirted out there. So not much you can do on that one. Reds are in business here. In the bottom of the second, Nick Senzel is stepping in. Getting the start over at second base in place of Mike Moustakas tonight. Batting 143. This is his sixth game of the season. One stolen base, one walk. Swing and a miss there, and it's 0-1. So Woodruff getting in some trouble here against these Reds early on. There's a fly ball, but that's going to reach foul territory, and it's quickly 0-2. Swing and a miss, so 3 straight pitches there, and Woodruff has his second strikeout of the game.
Batting 8, the first baseman, Josh Van Meter.
Right on the outside corner. Nothing you can do with that one. He's down on strikes. So Josh Van Meter is in there, playing first base tonight. He grounds one over to Braun. Has it, steps on the bag, and that is not an out, apparently. So I don't know why that's considered an error. Braun had the ball, and he looked like he was on top of the bag, but apparently he just stopped. So interesting turn of events there. Braun's going to get credited for an error. Now it's runners on first and third with Trevor Bauer up to bat. He swings and misses, and it's 0-1. So not sure what the game logic was behind that one, but here we are. Braun credited with an error. Runner on first. There's a foul ball. Looked like when he got the grounder in his glove, he was right on top of the bag, but apparently not close enough for the CPU to figure it out. So here we are. 1-2 on Trevor Bauer. And here's the pitch. This is down and away, 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Trevor Bauer goes on strikes. Third strikeout for Woodruff, second in the inning.
Number 6.
And that brings up the top of the order.
Irvin.
Philip Irvin walked. He's erased on the fielder's choice back in the first. He swings and misses way ahead of that slider, and it's 0-1. Irvin 2 for 5 last night, had the home run. And it's just misses, 1-1. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss on that change, 1-2. So Woodruff battling back here after the leadoff double. The error by Braun. Here's the 1-2. And that one's going to reach the seats, and it's foul. We'll do it again. One-two pitch. Another one that's going to be maybe playable for Yelich. He's making some effort, but not going to quite make it in time, and that one just falls foul. So good hustle by Yelich. Just sunk a little too hard. 1-2 pitch, misses outside. 99 on the outside, and it's 2-2. Already at 34 pitches here, just the second inning. See what he has in store for Philip Irvin here. Here comes the 2-2. Couldn't get him to chase the slider, so full count here. Van Meter will be off on the pitch. Full count offering. Misses upstairs. Narvaez has a little trouble corralling it. Checks the runner at third. That's going to be another walk.
the center fielder.
For Brandon Woodruff. So his third walk of the game already. Now load the bases for Jesse Winker. Strikeout victim his last at-bat. And there's Mr. Redleg getting this crowd going here. See some people wearing either headphones or earmuffs. It is little 40s here tonight. There's the pitch to Winker, and that just misses on the inside corner. And it's 1-0. See why Winker's in the lineup today. 4 for 8 against Woodruff lifetime. He sees the ball well off of the righty. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And there's a fly ball to right field. Yelich is going back, and he's going to watch this one fly out of here. And in back-to-back games, the Reds have a grand slam. Having trouble finding the zone, and once he did, the Reds have made him pay. Jesse Winker puts his team up 4-0 here in the second inning. Right down the middle, right at the belt. And Yelich, all he can do is just watch the real estate run out. That one reaches the stands, and the Reds have a 4-0 lead. Now I'll bring up Nick Castellanos. Swings and misses at that fastball, and it's 0-1. 0-1 pitch. This is down low, 1-1. So the first runs that Woodruff gives up all season are going to come in the form of a grand slam. And this Brewers pitching has not liked being in Cincinnati. Kind of run into a bit of a buzzsaw here. Look at the pitch total this inning. Already 23 pitches from Woodruff. And here's the 2-1. Fouled back into the netting, and it's evened up at 2. Brewers bullpen, they give up 7 yesterday. And already today, starting pitching giving up 4. So Brewers having a tough time here in Cincinnati. As Woodruff is now at a full count with Nicholas Castellanos, and you got to be careful with him. 2 home runs yesterday, and he swings and misses. Out ahead of that changeup, but the inning's finally over. But the Reds out to a huge lead as Jesse Winker puts them on a board with this grand slam. After 2, Reds up by 4. Jed Jerko is going to lead off here for the Brewers.
Number 5, Jed.
Got a hit in yesterday's game. Also drew a walk in the 9th. And a swing and a miss on the first pitch from Bauer. Well, if there's one thing these Brewers have been able to do, it's been scoring runs late in games. So 4-0 is nothing that they can't handle. There's another swing and a miss. Good curveball by Bauer, and Jerko's quickly down 0-2. Tried to go back to it, but that one misses outside. 1-2. Brewers got down against the Phillies, and they were down in every one of those games. The Phillies would score first in every game. They ended up sweeping that series. They found themselves down 3-0 against the Phillies. They would come back to win that one. So 4-0 this early, a lot of time left. And even as we saw yesterday, any team can scratch back from an early deficit as Jerko goes down on strikes. Third strikeout for Bauer. There's one away here in the third.
Batting eight.
Reds found themselves down 3-0 after just 1 inning, so Brewers maybe turn the tables on them here today. Lando Arcia steps in, fouls that one away. Arcia, he's got a 5-game hitting streak going as well. Was 1 for 4 yesterday, did score a run. Here's the 0-1, and Arcia hits one over to the hole, but makes the play, and that is the second out. Senzel on the play there. Like I said, usually I have this all prepared. I got a little diamond, Tells me where all the defensive
Brandon
players are.
Woodruff.
Tried something new, thought I could catch up. Apparently that is not going to happen. So I might have to make a little diamond here with the guys that didn't play yesterday. So Brandon Woodruff steps in.
Nope, ball.
Takes a ball. Brandon Woodruff, no slouch at the plate. He was for some power. As long as he's playing, everyone's going to remember his home run off of Kershaw in the NLCS back in 2018. He's quickly up in the count, 2-0. Pitch here to Woodruff. That misses upstairs, 3-0. So good job by Woodruff being patient at the plate here. Woodruff thinks he needs it, probably. And takes a strike. First two guys get up. They go down right away. After a couple of long innings, giving up the grand slam. Need a little extra breather here. 3-1, swing and a miss. On that cutter, and it's quickly full now. Full count offering from Bauer. That one's fouled back. So we'll do it again. Full count pitch. That one's down the left field line, but ball boy is going to make the play on that one, and we're going to reset. Pitch to Woodruff. Just misses. Barnhart tried to frame it up, but not good enough. And Bauer gives up his first base runner of the game in the form of a walk, and Kane will bat with 2 outs here. Kane 0 for 1, struck out back in the first. Looking to keep his hitting streak going. He's got an 8-game hitting streak. There's 4 Brewers with a hitting streak of more than 5 games. Has been a main reason for their success. So we'll see if Kane can get it extended here tonight, as he's taken 2 balls already. Looking to get on base for Christian Yelich, who could definitely use a spark, bust out of a slump here. 2-0 from Bauer. Knuckle curve that gets in there, so it's 2-1. Pitch to Kane. Tries to go the other way with it, but smashes that into the camera well with no cameras in it. And it's 2-2. Two to Kane. Just misses that one, and he fights it off to the right side. As you can see where it lands over there. Fans going for it. A lot more amicable fans. They're not doing the mad dash that you would usually see. And there's a swing and a miss, and Kane goes down on strikes for the second time tonight. 4 strikeouts for Bauer. Brewers get a walk, but they leave him there. Reds still lead by 4. Eugenio Suarez is going to step in for this 3rd inning. He walked back in the first. Brandon Woodruff back out there after a tough 2nd inning. There's a swing and a miss on the changeup. As you look, they got the shift on for Suarez. One's in the dirt, so it's 1-1. That one's fouled back. It's 1-2. So a rough inning by Brandon Woodruff. Kind of a weird computer glitch. Doesn't get the out. Bauer would have struck out the next at-bat. At least you'd like to think. And then a walk and then the grand slam. So kind of getting a little disservice from the MLB, the show simulation. But a lot of game left as Suarez beats the shift and he has a base hit. So Suarez is on for the 2nd time tonight.
The batter, number 3, shortstop.
And that brings up the shortstop, Freddie Galvis. flew out to center his last at-bat. And he grounds one over to Hira, flips it over to Arcia, and that will be a double play. So just like that, Suarez's single is eliminated after just one pitch.
The catcher,
The Brewers have 2 outs here.
Tucker Barnhart.
Tucker Barnhart steps up to the plate. Had a little inside-out double last inning. Woodruff starts him with a changeup that's in the dirt. Barnhart gets jammed a little bit again and fouls that one back this time. So it's 1-1. Changeup in the dirt. 2-1. So it looks like Woodruff's trying to mix the pitches here a little bit more. Trying to mix the fastball and the off-speed a little bit more evenly. Try to keep these Reds batters on their front foot. Here's the 2-1. And there's a fastball that just misses the top of the zone, and it's 3-1. Three-one pitch to Barnhart. Swing and a miss. Nice slider there, and it's full count. Swing and a miss, and Brandon Woodruff has a nice bounce-back inning. Tires the Reds in order. So leadoff single gets erased on the double play. And then Brandon Woodruff gets his 5th K of the day. But the Brewers still trail by 4. Those are not the announcers because the commentary is all the way down, so you do not hear them at all. You hear me. I'm Tucker Diedrich. You can follow me on this YouTube channel, youtube.com/Tucker Comedy. Subscribe to find out when I'm going live with these broadcasts. You can also check in if you miss a broadcast for the highlights of the game. Christian Yelich takes a strike. Follow me on Twitter. I'm at Tucker Comedy. Mostly just tweet about when I'm going live. And over the weekend, tweeted about WrestleMania because that was the only thing on. So Christian Yelich is down 0-1. And takes that one outside, quickly 1-1. Christian Yelich trying to bust out of a little bit of a slump. He lined out his last at-bat. He swings and misses at that high fastball. A little bit of a chase job there. And it's 1-2. And he swings at that one, misses that one, and he's down on strikes. And that is out number 1. 5th strikeout on the day for Trevor Bauer. He is bouncing back very well after his first 2 starts. I mentioned he's 0-2 on the season. He's gone 7 1/3 coming into today. He's given up 7 earned runs. So he's been giving up a lot of runs. He's got 11 strikeouts, but he has walked 7 coming into today. So Brewers thinking that they might have had a good matchup here, but Trevor Bauer pitching at home here is feeling pretty good and in a little bit of a groove here, but he's down 2-0 on Keston Hira here. As Hira hits a fly ball to left field, but Castellanos has plenty of room, and he'll make the catch for out number 2.
The left fielder, number 24,
Avisail Garcia steps in, 0-1. Grounded out to short his last at-bat. Tries to go with that one to right field, but hits it foul. Oh, 1 delivery, and that misses inside. It's 1-1.
1-1.
See Trevor Bauer hitting that mid-90s with that fastball. 1-1 pitch.
No, that missed.
One's
That's a ball.
outside. 2-1.
2-1 to count.
That effective fastball coming in that fast. That one fouled away. It's 2-2. Knuckle curve that comes in about 10 miles slower, if not more. Definitely can get some guys out in front. Let's see what he comes with here on Garcia. And that one misses inside. As you can see, that my Apex Legends file has updated, so that's exciting, even though I haven't played it in over a year. Full count pitch misses upstairs, and second walk issued by Bauer in the game. Comes with 2 outs here, and they'll bring up Ryan Braun.
the first baseman, Ryan Braun.
So second walk that Bauer has issued today. Both of them have come with 2 outs. And Ryan Braun up to the plate here. One's at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. One to Braun, and he fouls that one back. So it is the top of the 4th, so I guess I can do a trivia question here. I was looking up some stuff. We were talking about Al Kaline yesterday after the announcement of his passing. Played 22 seasons, all with Detroit. Here's the 0-2, and he swings and misses. So I guess the trivia question will wait for the bottom of the 4th. This is going to be about longest standard players. But Braun goes down swinging. 2 strikeouts on the inning for Trevor Bauer. Brewers still down by 4. Get a look at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Heidi, sorry, microphone doesn't work. But she was just going to do the trivia question because we talked about it in the commercial there. But the question was, we were talking about Al Kaline yesterday. Played 22 seasons with the Tigers, which brought us to like Joey Votto, who's played 13 seasons with the Reds. Ryan Braun, who's played all 13 seasons with the Brewers. So the trivia question for tonight is who has played the longest with their team and has only played with that team that is still active in the MLB. So we'll have the answer for you next inning. As Neil Senzel leads off here in the 4th against Brandon Woodruff. And here's the 0-1 from Woodruff, and there's a fly ball to center. Cain's going back, still at the track, and he's going to make the play for the first out of the inning. So allowed out number 1.
The first baseman, number 17.
Woodruff gets the leadoff batter here.
Van Meter.
I'll bring up the first baseman, Josh Van Meter, getting the start here in place of Joey Votto today. Reached on a very suspicious error. Errors should be loosely in quotes there. Braun made a good play. Looked like he stepped on the bag, but what do I know? And there's a strike, 0-1.
1-1.
Now misses, it's 1-1. Ball's back, 1-2. Another foul ball. Count remains at 1-2 here. One-two pitch misses upstairs. So Van Meter works it even here. 1 out, bottom of the 4th here. Cincinnati is up 4-0 on the Jesse Winker grand slam back in the 2nd. Two in the dirt. He chases after it. Narvaez from his knees is going to secure the out at first. And there's 2 outs.
Now batting, the pitcher.
So strikeout number 7 for Brandon Woodruff. Got him chasing that one. And there are 2 outs here in the 4th. Coming up, Trevor Bauer. He struck out back in the 2nd. There's a fastball that runs inside. 1-0 pitch to Bauer, and that one's grounded over to Arcia. We'll throw it over to Braun, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Woodruff. So back-to-back 3-up, 3-down innings for Woodruff. But after 4, Reds still lead by 4. Heidi, I'm sorry, that stupid microphone. I know, it's embarrassing. I'm glad you're getting some FaceTime here. That's Brandon Woodruff. He's due up 4th, so I guess he would bat, but they always show the weirdest people that should be batting, but aren't actually going to be batting, so probably talking about Brandon Woodruff or something, but what can you do?
Leading off for the Brewers, The catcher.
So Omar Narvaez is going to lead off the inning here.
Narvaez.
0 for 1, struck out back in the second. Looking to extend his hitting streak as well. And he fouls that one back, 0-1. So trivia question today was, in the spirit of Al Kaline, playing 22 years with the Tigers, Ryan Braun, 13 seasons with the Brewers, as we talked about last night. Here's the 0-1, and there's a fly ball to right field. Irvin going back, he's at the track, but he's going to have plenty of room for the first out of the inning. So who is the longest tenured player with just one team? Has played his entire career with that team. Not worded the best question, I realize, but the answer is Yadier Molina for the Cardinals. He's played all 17 seasons with the Cardinals. He has played the longest. And that one's inside, 1-0. It seems like he's been playing there forever, though. 17 years, I know that is a long time. And Jerko flies one to left center, but Castellanos is going to get underneath it, and he has it for out number 2. Yeah, Brett Gardner for the Yankees. He's been there for over 10 years. Joey Votto was on that list. There's an article I actually found that kind of gave you everybody who's the longest tenured player that's been with that team. And it ranged. Like the Blue Jays, like their longest tenured player was 4 years, and he didn't even get drafted by the team. He was just been there the longest. But that doesn't really surprised me, as the Blue Jays, a lot of turnover in that organization. 0-1 here to Arcia, and that's a check swing, but doesn't go around. It's 1-1. Dustin Pedroia for the Red Sox is their longest tenured player. So 1-1 misses, 2-1. Then you have some guys who came over from other teams that have been with the team just for a long time. Miguel Cabrera with Detroit. Another pitch that misses, 3-1. So probably working carefully here to Arcia, knowing that the pitcher spot is on deck. Here's the 3-1. That one's in there for a strike, 3-2. But I think the main thing, as I mentioned yesterday, just guys playing their entire careers with one team just doesn't... Oh, and that's a called strike 3 on the inside corner. Arcia can't believe it. And the Brewers go down in order here in the 5th. Reds still lead 4-0. Philip Irvin steps in to lead off the 5th. Walked in the 2nd, scored on the grand slam by Jesse Winker, and he'll face Brandon Woodruff, who's out there for his 5th inning of work. His ball downstairs. 1-0 here, and gets jammed on that one. Takes kind of a flailing swing at it, and it's 1-1. And that one's ripped down the line, but foul. A 1-2 pitch, and that one's in the dirt. Couldn't get him to chase that one, and it's 2-2. And there's a fly ball to right field. It's hooking towards the crowd, and it's going to land foul. So Yelich is getting some balls out there, but kind of just far enough away for him. 2-2 is ripped to the gap, but Kane's going to cut it off, so it's just going to be a base hit for Irvin to start the 5th. So Irvin's on for the 3rd time tonight, first time via the base hit. Now bring up Jesse Winker, but first we're going to have a pitching change. That's going to do it for Brandon Woodruff. He's only going to go 4+. Gives up the 4 runs, so a tough outing for Brandon Woodruff after throwing 2 really good games to start the season. That's going to bring up Brent Suter as his 6th game. He pitched last night, pitched 2/3 of an inning. Came in kind of some cleanup duty for that 8th inning after the grand slam. He's going to come in, inheriting a runner. And here's the pitch. That one's on the corner for a strike. Woodruff was getting up to about 80 pitches. Pitcher spot is coming up next in the inning, so probably just one inning of work for Suter here. Here's the 0-1. That one misses. Same pitch. Just a little bit more outside. It's 1-1. Suter's only given up the 1 run. Gave up a home run in Sunday's game. And the 1-1 to Winker. Slider misses again inside. 2-1. 2-1 to Winker, and he drives that one to right. Lucky for these Brewers, he didn't have his second home run of the game. And here's the break-even pitch. Misses upstairs with the fastballs. Counts full. So we'll see how the Reds play this one. They got a runner at first, full count. Might want to try to stay out of that double play situation, but Jesse Winker with good speed probably can beat out a double play ball if he hits one here. Here's the full count pitch, and that one's going to be hit out to right, but Yelich is there for the first out of the inning. So good job of Suter winning that battle.
Number 2.
And that's going to bring up Nick Castellanos.
Castellanos.
0 for 2, struck out in the second. Grounded out back in the first. Hit into a fielder's choice is more appropriate. And he swings and misses at that changeup. It's 0-1. So bringing in Suter after the hard-throwing Brandon Woodruff. Probably has the timing off a little bit for these Reds hitters. Comes the 0-1 from Suter. Slider that misses inside. It's 1-1. Reds have 4 runs on the 4 hits. Brewers, no runs. Got a few base runners, but that's about it. And there's a little flare into right field, and Yelich is going to let that one drop. Urban's on his way to third. Yelich is going to still make the throw over there. Squirts away from Jerko, but Winker is going to stay at first. And it's first and third here with 1 out in the 5th. That was Castellanos over
Number
there.
7.
Hit. Beg your pardon.
Eugenio Suarez.
And Eugenio Suarez steps in with runners at the corners and 1 out here in the 5th. Curveball's in there for a strike.
0-1.
Suarez 1 for 1. Had a single in the third. Also walked. Pitch from Suter's swinging and a miss. Got him to chase the pitch. And it's 0-2. Suter taking his time, usually known for working very quickly on the mound. But knows it's a big situation here in the 5th. Here's the 0-2. And there's a grounder over to Arcia. Makes the flip to Hira. Bear hands it over to Braun, and that's a double play to end the inning. So Suter comes in, gets the job done. Leaves the runner stranded. And the Brewers will make their way to the 6th, still trailing by 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Pinch hitting for the Brewers. Number 7, Eric Sogard.
So Eric Sogard is going to pinch hit here in the top of the 6th. He's been the number 1 guy to get the first pinch hit opportunity for Craig Counsell this season. See there, batting .286. I think what's also impressive here is he's been just getting on base in general. As he takes another strike. He's got 2 hits, but also has 3 walks. So he's got a great on-base percentage here, and that's what Counsell's looking for here. Looking for a little leadoff spark here. He's down 0-2 here, and he fouls that one. Trevor Bauer, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, and he hits Sogard there. So Brewers get their leadoff runner. And the top of the order comes up. As you see, that one just comes inside, but wasn't coming in too hard. So that'll leave a mark, but that's all it's going to do. He'll feel fine after that one. Bauer a little bummed about that one. There's a base runner on here in the top of the 6th for Lorenzo Cain. Talking to the umpire there, not sure about what. Hasn't even had a pitch on him. Maybe he's talking about some of those strike calls he's gotten earlier. He struck out twice today. Maybe just getting a little clarification on what's going to happen. There's a ball that misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Brewers down 4-0. Brandon Woodruff gives up a grand slam in the 2nd inning. That's all the scoring that's happened in this game so far. As Cain hits one to left, but Castellanos is there for out number 1.
Now batting.
There's a little looper that he just got a little too much underneath on, and Castellanos is able to glide under it for the first out. And that'll bring up Christian Yelich. He is 0 for 2. 0 for the series. Looking to help his team out here, down by 4. There's a ball that misses, so it's 1-0. 1-0 pitch to Yelich, and that one's grounded over to Suarez. He'll make the play over to Senzel. Christian Yelich, though, legs it out, so it's just a fielder's choice, and there's 2 away.
The second baseman, Keston Hiura.
Rolled over on that one. Suarez is right there to get the lead runner, but with Christian Yelich's speed, he's only able to get the 1. So Keston Hiura steps in. He's 0 for 2 on the game. Ground out and a fly out. And he pops that one behind home plate. Barnhart is there, and he's got it for the 3rd out of the inning. So Brewers get the leadoff man on, but can't do anything with it, and they still trail by 4.
Your attention, please.
Alex
Now
Claudio
pitching
steps
for
in for his
Milwaukee,
7th
number
game
58,
of the season.
Alex
Does some fancy Rosenbag skills where the Rosenbag appears to not even hit his hand.
leading off for the Reds.
Claudio came in the
shortstop,
7th, but gave up the tying home run to Irvin. It's gone 5 1/3, giving up 4 runs. Looking to keep this game at 4-0 as Galvis leads it off, swinging at the first pitch, and lines one to Cain, and that'll be out number 1.
Now batting, the catcher, Tucker Barnhart.
Got a good pitch right at the knees, but just a little bit underneath it, and that's an easy play for Cain. Tucker Barnhart's in there. He's 1 for 2. Switch hitting catcher. He's going to go to the right side now. Pitch from Claudio. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
1 strike.
Claudio looking to shave some points off the ERA. He's got the highest ERA in the bullpen as of right now. He's in the dirt, 1-1. Brewers bullpen that's been was very effective against Philadelphia, but has come to Cincinnati and has seen their bullpen ERA go from just under 2 to over 3 in the matter of 1 game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's a grounder right back to Claudio. He'll make the play for out number 2.
Now batting.
So some
second
quick
baseman,
reflexes by Claudio, and he's got 2 outs right away here in the 6th, and that brings up Nick Senzel. 0 for 2 on the game. Fly out and a strikeout. That one's in there for a strike.
0-1.
just misses off the corner, and it's 1-1. Brewers got Garcia, Braun, and Narvaez coming up in the inning. Claudio trying to get them there. Just down by 4. Brewers have been doing it late in the game, so let's see if they can do it here. Here's the 1-2 pitch to the second baseman. A swing and a miss. And Senzel goes down on strike. So a good 1-2-3 inning from Alex Claudio. Brewers got to get something going here. They trail by 4. Abisail Garcia steps up to the plate. Leads off this top of the 7th. He's 3 for 6 in the series. Home run, 2 RBIs. And that's a ball. Brewers have 3 base runners in the game. 2 by walk, 1 by hit by pitch. Garcia swings and misses at a high fastball that he chases. And it's 1-1. One to Garcia, and that is down the line, but just foul. That extra base is written all over it, but can't keep it on the right side of the line, and we'll do it here at 1-2. Swing and a miss, got him down low, and there's the first out of the inning. So 8 strikeouts for Trevor Bauer on the game, cruising along here through this Brewers lineup. Fastball right below the knees. Garcia tried to use the 4-iron to get it out of here, but wasn't able to catch up with it, and he's down on strikes. So Ryan Braun steps up. There's a strike right at the top of the zone. It's 0-1. Braun's average has dipped below that 200 mark, dreaded Mendoza line, which is kind of a misnomer because I think Mendoza actually had a higher than 200 batting average. 0-2 quickly on Braun. As you look at the pitch counts, pretty manageable for Trevor Bauer here in this game. 83 pitches total up to this point. There's the 0-2 to Braun, and this is outside. You know, for kind of the notoriety that Bob Uecker has, here's the 1-2, and this is inside. He actually did have a career 200 batting average. So, knowing Uecker and knowing his personality and the self-deprecating humor, you think that we would, as a society and as a baseball community, would embrace that the 200 mark be known as the Uecker line. As Braun takes that one to right field, and that is going to be down for a base hit. First hit of the game for the Brewers. Braun's going to run, and he's going to be in at second, and the Brewers get their first hit of the game here in the top of the 7th. And it comes off the bat of Ryan Braun. He just sneaks that one on the left side of the line. And there goes the no-hitter for Trevor Bauer. Good piece of hitting by Ryan Braun, taking that one the other way. Brewers have a runner in scoring position here with 1 out. And Omar Narvaez up to bat. Swings and misses through that one. And it's 0-1. So maybe the Brewers can get a little bit of a spark now that they got a hit in the column. Comes the 0-1 to Narvaez, and that misses down low. It's 1-1. Michael Lorenzen, Rizel Iglesias warming up in the bullpen. They both pitched in yesterday's game. Iglesias took the win. There's the 1-1 to Narvaez, and he hits that one foul. Got him to chase that knuckle curve, but Narvaez fought it off. Put it through the 5-hole of Barnhart. And it's 1-2. Runner at second. Braun broke up the no-hitter here in the 7th with that double. And Narvaez has evened it up at 2 here. Narvaez swing and a drive to right field, but that is just foul. Got a good piece of it. Brewers are starting to get some good contact off of Bauer here. Here's the 2-2 again. Lays off that one inside. It's a full count. Here's Full count pitch to Narvaez, and a swing and a drive to right field, but right at Irvin. Braun stays put at second, and there's 2 away.
The third baseman, number 5.
Made some good contact, but just right at Irvin. And that'll be the second out of the inning. And Jed Jerko steps up, 0 for 2 on the day. His batting average, I'm gonna make that popular. He's below that Euchre line, which is 200. From here on out, if anyone's batting below 200, he's below the Euchre line. That's how it's gonna be. Here comes the 1-0. Jerko takes a strike, just catches the bottom of that strike zone, and it's 1-1. Braun over at second. He had a 1-out double. First hit of the game for the Brewers. Jerko takes one inside. It's 2-1. Two-one pitch to Jerko, and that's fouled back into the netting. It's 2-2. Braun looking to get a good jump here off the bat. I figure he's going to score on a base hit. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Fooled him badly on that one. And the Brewers are done in the 7th. Well, Bauer gives up his first hit of the game, but adds 2 more strikeouts to the tally. And as we head to the stretch, Reds lead by 4. Josh Van Meter steps in to lead off the 7th inning. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Alex Claudio still in there. Only went through 8 pitches in the 6th. So he's going to go out there for another inning of work. He gets a strike. And a swing and a miss from Van Meter. Phelps and Hader were the only ones that didn't pitch in yesterday's game. So any extended amount of pitching that Alex Claudio can do here is going to be very helpful for that bullpen. There's the 0-2 to Van Meter. Fights that one off, and count remains. Brewers do have an off day tomorrow. And then they'll play 4 against the New York Mets. And then 4 against the Philadelphia Phillies. 0-2's in the dirt. Nice block by Narvaez. It's 1-2. Reds also have the day off tomorrow. And they'll host the Phillies as Claudio gets Van Meter swinging for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the pitcher,
Trevor Bauer's going to go back out there in the 8th, it would appear, as he's got a bat here in the 7th. 0 for 2 on the game, 0 for 3 on the season. He's pitched a gem. He's under 100 pitches, so going to go out there and try to keep this shutout intact. He's only given up 1 hit, 2 walks, hit a batter. Swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1. Fouled back, 0-2. Claudio up in the count here. Comes the 0-2. There's a little looper over into left, but Jerko can't make the play. And Trevor Bauer has the same amount of hits as these Brewers today. He's on with a 1-out single.
Now batting, the right fielder, Philip.
Just got enough of it to flare it over Jerko's head. And he's on with a base hit. Top of the order here, and Philip Irvin. He's 1 for 1, but has reached on base hit and 2 walks. Takes a strike. Check a Bauer over there. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off the right side, and it's 0-2. So Claudio, the sinker ball pitcher, looking for a double play ball here. Let's see what he has in store at 0-2. Another foul ball. Irvin hanging in there tough. He's batting over 400 on this early season. His 8th game. And that one, no idea where that one misses, and it's 1-2. So Hendricks squeezing Claudio here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one's down low. It's 2-2. Like a good 0-2 pitch, and now it's quickly 2-2 just like that. Here's the pitch from Claudio. Misses outside, so it's a full count. Full count pitch coming up to Irvin. Here's the pitch. And that one's hit out to right field. Yelich is tracking it down. Can't quite get there. And it's just going to fall harmlessly foul. We'll do it again at a full count. Seems like a lot of those have had happening to Yelich. They've just been just a little bit foul. 3-2 pitch. And that one misses as well. That was a very good pitch. I have no idea where Earl Hendricks is looking. I don't know if he blinked or what happened, but that is a good pitch. Right on the corner, right at the knees. And so as we get a look here at Jesse Winker hitting the grand slam back in the second, that's been all the offense of runs that the Reds have had today, coming off of this one swing. But they're, like, I was looking at the settings, and ejections are part of this game. Like, you can get ejected in this game. Now, I don't know when that happens or how that happens, but I feel like that would have been a good time for an ejection to happen. I feel like Claudio could have got tossed, Counsell could have came out to spar with the home plate umpire. But I think what's going to happen mostly is there's a ball that misses, 1-1. I think it's like if there's like hit batters, because I think there's been a lot of the memes when this game came out of people taking over, playing against the Astros and intentionally hitting them, and there was warnings thrown out there, and then guys would get tossed. So I'm guessing that's where the ejections come into play. I don't think there's going to be a lot in just in terms of arguing balls and strikes or anything like that, as Claudio is up in the count 1-2 on Jesse Winker. But it'd be really cool. I think it'd be really, when you play this game, 1-2 pitch is in the dirt, 2-2. When you play this game in general, there's a lot of things I wish you could do. Like, I wish you could challenge plays a little bit more freely. You can only really challenge plays when there's a prompt. As Winker hits one over to Braun, and he's going to try to get the lead runner, try to get the double play, but he does get the double play. Wow. Great turn. Didn't think they were going to get it at all, and that's a 3-6-1 double play to end the seventh. So, Claudio working around the single.
Your attention, please. Now,
and that's going to do it in the seventh.
Number 21, Michael Lorenzen.
So Trevor Bauer comes in just to get a base hit, and he's going to make way for Michael Lorenzen here in the eighth. So interesting move. He has a lot of good bats to use off the bench. Decides to let Bauer go get a hit himself. And I'll make way for Michael Lorenzen. Sees Orlando Arcia here in the eighth. 0-1 pitch, and that one's fouled right behind home plate again. Tucker Barnhart is there for out number one. See who Counsell goes to here now as we look at Trevor Bauer's line. Gives up just the one hit, no runs, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. Great bounce back by Trevor Bauer. Goes 7 innings. His first 2 starts combined, he only goes 7 1/3 and gives up 7 runs. So great job by Trevor Bauer today, keeping these Brewers hitters in check. They've been a pretty hot bunch coming into it, and they have cooled them off. As Brock Holt is going to pinch hit. He swings up the first pitch, and Barnhart's going to have another out, and there's quickly 2 away here in the eighth. As you look at this pitcher comparison, opening day starters here, kind of in opposite directions here. Brandon Woodruff only goes 4, gives up 4 hits, and all of those runs not earned apparently. First season, I guess that would have ended the inning with that error, so none of those runs are going to be earned, but still gives up 4 runs, his first runs he's given up this season. But he's still going to get tagged with the loss, rather if they're earned or unearned. It's just how it works. It's Michael Lorenzen. He's only thrown 3 pitches here. Lorenzo Cain up there looking to extend his hitting streak, possibly his last chance to do that. He fouls one away. Oh, 1 to Kane, and he drives that one to left. Castellanos is getting under it, and he makes the play right on the foul line to end the inning. So 1-2-3 inning by Lorenzen, just throws 5 pitches, and the Brewers still trail by 4.
Your attention, please. Now,
David
pitching
Phelps
for the Brewers,
comes into the game here.
number 41.
Alex Claudio does a good job. He goes 2 innings. Has 2 strikeouts, has a walk, gives up 1 hit.
Leading off for the Reds, the left fielder, Nick
And David Phelps is going
Castellanos.
to take over in the 8th. Last pitched on Sunday. He's going to face Nick Castellanos to lead off the 8th. Phelps in his 5th game this season. He's gone 4 1/3. He's just given up the 1 earned run, 3 strikeouts, a walk on the season. Here's the 2-0. And that one misses as well. It's 3-0. So Phelps in a hole here against Castellanos. And that one misses, so 4 straight pitches lead to the walk. And the Reds get their leadoff man here in the 8th.
Now batting, third baseman,
Now
Eugenio
bring up Eugenio Suarez.
Suarez.
He's 1 for 2. Grounded into a double play last at bat. Single back in the 3rd. And there's the first strike from David Phelps, and he's up 0-1. This is outside, 1-1. Suarez got his 14th walk already on the season, so he's seeing the ball really well. As you look at the Brewers bullpen, JP Fireeisen, Corbin Burns warming up. Should Phelps get into any further trouble here in the 8th. There's the 1-1, and that one misses inside, 2-1. Brewers trail 4-0. Grand slam by Jesse Winker back in the 2nd has been the difference so far this game. Trevor Bauer goes 7 innings, gives up just 1 hit. As there's a grounder over to Arcia, he'll get it to Hira, he'll make the turn, and there's another double play. So 2nd double play that Suarez is hitting into today, and there are 2 outs.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Freddie Galvis.
And now bring up Freddie Galvis with nobody on. 2 outs here in the 8th. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Also hit into a double play back in the 3rd. And there's a strike right on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Just a bit outside, 1-1. Cutter that just misses the top of the zone, 2-1. Good pitch, trying to get Galvis to chase that one. Fastballs that coming in at the letters of the eyes. Those are always hard to lay off of. They always look so good when they're coming in. 2-1 pitch, fouled away, 2-2. And there's a fly ball to center. Kane's got room. And that will be a 1-2-3 inning for David Phelps. Well, last call for the Brewers here. They got the guys they want to see. See if they can do it here in the 9th.
Your attention, please. Now,
So Matt Bowman comes into the game. He's going to see if he can close this one down for the Reds.
Bowman.
Non-save situation here. Making his 4th appearance of the season.
Leading off from Milwaukee,
And he's going to
the
face
right fielder,
Christian Yelich. Start this one out. swing and a miss. 0-1. So Brewers being a little aggressive here. Need some base runners. Bowman's gone 2 1/3. Just giving up the 1 earned run, which was a home run. Here's the 0-1 to Yelich. Fouls that one back. Quickly 0-2. So Lorenzen only throws 5 pitches. So doesn't come out for some more work, even though his pitch count is super low. As you can see, Wade Miley, Raziel Iglesias, getting ready just in case this gets interesting. Brewers down by 6 yesterday. They did load the bases, so they have a little spark in them possibly. Yelich rolls over on one, mishandled by Van Meter, and he's going to make the tag for the out. So kind of bobbled it, but composed himself. Picked it up, made the tag, and got the leadoff man out. Keston Harris steps up to the plate, 0 for 3. 0 for whatever, common theme here for the Brewers today. Just got the 1 hit. Ryan Braun double back in the 7th. Otherwise, it's been all Reds here today. There's Keston Hiura. And this is outside, 1-0. Keston Hiura looking to extend that 6-game hitting streak here. Takes another one, 2-0. But Brewers need base runners here, so forego the personal pride to help out the team here, hopefully. Keston Hiura is up 2-0 here on Matt Bowman in the 9th. Swing and a drive to right, and that is going to be caught by Irvin, and that is just how this day has been going for the Brewers. A nice play by Irvin, robs Hiura of a hit, robs him of extending that hitting streak, and just an overall great play by this Reds team who's just got it going on today. The Brewers are down to their final out. Now the Avisail Garcia is 0 for 2, walked back in the 4th. And that one's in there for a strike. And this is down low, 1-1. And there's one. That's a fair ball down the line. Should be extra bases for Garcia. And he'll be in there with a double. So a 2-out double keeps the Brewers' chances alive. Second hit of the game for the Brewers. Garcia has his 3rd double of the season. Umpire calls it fair before it's even landed. He's just good like that. He's got experience. It's Ryan Braun, who's got the other hit for the Brewers. Takes a strike. So both the hits that the Brewers have this game have been doubles. Both going down the right field line. Braun, see what he can do here. Hopefully he can break up this shutout. Brewers have not been shut out this season. Braun works the count. It's 1-1. Pitch from Bowman's in there for a strike. So the Brewers down to their final strike here. Reds fans getting to their feet. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And there's a swing and a drive to center field. Winker is back, and he has got it for the final out, and that will do it here in Cincinnati. So the Brewers fall 4-0. Jesse Winker, grand slam is the difference, but the real story, Trevor Bauer goes 7 innings, just gives up 1 hit. Brewers only get 2 hits on the game, and they are swept here in the quick 2-game series by the Reds. So the Reds have won their 5th straight game, now have the same record as the Brewers, and they'll take the day off tomorrow, and they'll face the Phillies on Thursday. Brewers, day off as well tomorrow. They'll face the New York Mets back at Miller Park. So a tough one for the Brewers. They only get 2 hits. They have the 1 error. It's kind of the catalyst for this whole thing. Kind of a weird glitch that happened where it looked like Braun made the out, but he just kind of stood in foul territory and didn't make any other effort. So that led to some runs, but doesn't really matter. Brewers don't score any runs anyway. You see Trevor Bauer gets the win, gives up one hit, 7 innings strong, 9 strikeouts. Brandon Woodruff, it said that he didn't have any earned runs in that one graphic, but yes, he did. He had 4 earned runs off the grand slam, only goes 4 innings. So a tough loss for the Brewers. Get swept here in Cincinnati. They'll look to bounce back. Their first back-to-back losses of the season as well. And they'll look to bounce back against the New York Mets on Thursday night. So your final here in Cincinnati. Cincinnati wins 4-0. Have a great rest of your evening. I do want to put in a plug. The reason I do these Tuesday streams a little early, Smarty Pants Trivia. It's on the Green Room Lounge Facebook page. So if you're from Wisconsin, you know me. You're familiar. I do improv with Comedy City. That's in the Green Room Lounge as well. So try to do these streams so that I can go do some trivia later tonight. So if you want to join that, it's at the Green Room Lounge Facebook page. Go check it out. A lot of fun. Second screen device type thing. So you'll need like a TV or a laptop and a phone. You can play. I should have promoted it a little bit more during the broadcast, but I totally forgot. My bad. Have a good rest of your evening. Enjoy your off day tomorrow. And we'll see you here on Thursday night when the Brewers take on the Mets at Miller Park. Good night, everybody.